In this present crisis, government is not the solution to our problem. Government is the problem.
Real Americans, please stand up. No more hiding your face in the sand. Well, real Americans, please stand up. Divided we're falling, but united we'll stand up, stand strong, stand tall, and we'll keep these walls from falling. Stand up, stand...
Caution, you are about to hear the conservative voice. Freedom Report begins right now. Good evening and welcome to the Freedom Report powered by the Madison Institute. I'm Daniel Moss alongside my guest host and friend Kelly Berry.
How you doing, Daniel?
I'm doing great. Now, Kelly, a few weeks ago I was given the opportunity to be up on a panel of three to question Senator Rick Santorum and Speaker Newt Gingrich.
Super.
And I was floored. It was an amazing opportunity. And
were you scared?
I was nervous before now when I went behind the curtain, I felt okay. But before that, I was just, because my questions were not there yet. So, but for our audience, we got a video of that, the question and both the speaker and the senator's response.
Okay.
So we're going to start with Senator Santorum, my question to him and his response. Check it out.
Friends in Alabama. I hope so. I think you've got a lot of it. If we can have three questions, and after the last question, I'll say, now please welcome Karen Santorum. Okay, you're not going to ask me a wrap-up? Because they told me you were going to ask me a wrap-up. Thank you, Senator Santorum, and please welcome our panelists, Daniel Moss, Rosemary Alabash, Michael Smith. Please be seated. Senator, the first question is going to come from our teenager. You probably weren't here when I introduced him. 16 years old. Yeah. Got his own television show. Daniel, please ask your question.
Senator, it's an honor and a privilege, sir.
Thank you, Daniel.
All right. President Lincoln's proclamation for a day of national humiliation, fasting, and prayer in 1863 echoes much of the condition that our country is in today. I agree with him in his words. We have grown in numbers, wealth, and power, as no other nation has ever grown before. But we have forgotten God. Blessed are the nations whose God is the Lord. We as Americans believe in the rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, and that they are given only by God. Yet we live in a country that has seen more than 50 million abortions since Roe v. Wade. How will you, like Lincoln, lead our nation back to God?
Well, I think it's important, as you know, there's been a lot of criticism of me in the press because I am very public about my Christian faith and very public about my beliefs. One of my favorite sayings, though, is preach the gospel, and if you have to, speak. And I think a part of what your responsibility is as a public figure is to go out and behave in a way that's consistent with what you profess to believe in. And that is to me is very, very important. One of the reasons I got so upset about the way the Obama administration has dealt with this issue with HHS, and you may even remember before that there was a Supreme Court case called Hosanna Tabor, which the Obama administration tried to force a religious organization to hire a minister that did not believe in the faith that they were being hired to serve. A remarkable thing, but it was discrimination to hire someone, according to the Obama administration, not to hire someone who, as a minister, if they didn't believe in the tenets and teachings of the church. That is the kind of extreme that we're going to. But I believe that we have to have a president that goes out and articulates a vision that is not just, as this president does, freedom of worship. They're starting to say that now in the State Department more and more for international religious freedom. They don't use the word religious freedom anymore. They use the word freedom of worship. For those of us who are people of faith, we all know that worship is certainly a critical aspect of our religion, but it is not everything of our religion. What we do outside of our worship services is just as important as what we do inside those worship services. And so what you will see is someone who, as I've done throughout the course of this campaign, will talk about the importance of faith in public life, talk about the importance of people of faith being involved in public life, and speaking out from their religious convictions or from their non-religious convictions. That's what James Madison referred to as the perfect remedy of the First Amendment. Freedom of conscience, freedom of religion, freedom of speech. All people of faith and no faith, of different faiths, can come into the public square, can make their arguments. I wear a little wristband. It looks like a little piece of barbed wire. It's for religious liberty, because that is the trunk upon which all other freedoms stem. And if we do not protect that, and fight for that in this country, in the public square, as well as the ability for those at the pulpit to speak the truth, then we are not a free country. Because if you cannot speak what you believe, then why speak?
Thank you, Senator.
Got problems with these? Ants, bees, roaches, termites, ticks, spiders, or fleas? Call Safari Pest Solutions. They can tame your jungles. Their staff combines for over 50 years' experience in the pest control industry. Their services are thorough and their prices are honest, fair, and reasonable. Call Safari Pest Solutions now at 205-578-BUGS. That's 205-578-2847.
Do you need help promoting your business? Do you want to have that special day captured forever, or that first Christmas or first birthday never forgotten? Then contact Celebrity Productions. We offer wedding videos of photography, picture slideshows with music, video editing, television commercials, and much more. So if you are ready to do business, contact Mark Bosch with Celebrity Productions at 205-434-1773 or mark.celebrityproductions@gmail.com. Celebrity Productions, here for all your video capturing needs. Burton's Food Store on Highway 431 in Sardis, a convenient locally owned store offering groceries at affordable prices. Burton's provides fresh ground beef, fresh cut meats, fresh produce, and fresh dairy products every day, and features weekly specials on brand name canned goods, drinks, and paper goods. Burton's Food Store, Highway 431 in Sardis, your local place to shop for fresh food at affordable prices.
Does your business need any type of office supplies or office furniture? If so, we recommend Business Products and Services of Alabama. Business Products and Services is locally owned and operated and offers competitive discount pricing that's guaranteed on every product selected from their vast online catalog. Orders can be placed by phone with service reps, or you can utilize their easy online ordering system. Either way, you'll receive free next day delivery. So, if you're ready to do business with a just and honest Alabama company, contact Business Products and Services at 205-290-9303 or online at bpsorder.com.
And welcome back. I'm Daniel Moss alongside Kelly Berry.
Yep.
Now, Kelly, interestingly enough, the primaries are over.
Right.
And we could, after like 50 debates, I guess, between these Republican candidates, whittle them down to 4.
Right.
I guess all we hear is jobs, economy, and all that, good topics.
Right.
But we let faith play second hand to our pocketbooks a lot.
Right.
So, as you saw in the last segment, I brought forth a question regarding faith. Now, I've got Speaker Gingrich's answer as well, but we let you listen to Senator Santorum's answer, and I want to ask Kelly what you thought about it.
I thought he did a good job. I know, in my opinion, he is the one that lives out his faith on a day-to-day basis.
Mm-hmm.
I think he, Proverbs 29:18 says, "Where there is no vision, the people perish." Mm-hmm. And I believe that that's the job of the president, is to provide that vision, those expectations, or another way to put it, set the bar for people, to meet. And I believe that Rick Santorum of the 4 is the one that can actually do that for us in terms of faith, in terms of Christianity, because I do believe he is a very well-grounded practicing Christian.
And in having the privilege of meeting him, it seems as if he's as genuine on the podium as he is behind the curtain.
I was hoping you were going to say that, because a lot of these politicians have a face, a public face.
And the only face I saw behind the curtain was the tiredness in his eyes. But other than that, his words were genuine, his actions, and I'm really excited about where he can go.
That's great.
He is a Christian, Catholic, I believe,
mm-hmm.
but in his answer to that question, I thought that he, in saying, I've been attacked for professing my faith. I think that if he takes in that attitude and he takes in that approach, I think he'll be able to get things done in that regard.
I think so. I think he's going to end up becoming, and I think rightly so, of the 4 we have to choose from, the conservative Christian's choice for president.
Right. Now, I had the ability to write 2 questions as I went in, and they've got edited for time purposes. But I do want to take this opportunity to read the questions that I originally had, because the party put them together for the forum. My first question to him would have been, everyone pulls and tugs at you men that their need is the most important. But what if there was an order to our solutions? What if, in the apparent chaos, we unite to at least get back to the basic principles that our republic was founded on? President Lincoln's proclamation for a day of national humiliation, fasting, and prayer in 1863 echoes much of what our nation's going through today. I agree with him in his words. We have grown in numbers, wealth, and power as no other nation has ever grown, but we have forgotten God. It is the duty of nations as well as of men to own our dependence upon the overruling power of God, to recognize the truth, announce the Scriptures, and proven by all history that those nations only are blessed whose God is the Lord. Mm-hmm. Abraham Lincoln was the key to the abolition of slavery. He wanted unity and healing that only God can give. Most Americans believe in life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, and that they are inalienable rights given only by God. How would you, like Lincoln, return the nation to God? And that's it's a deep question. As you'll see later, Speaker Gingrich said it's a very powerful question, and I agree, because the answer to that question can unlock our future.
That's right.
And my second question, Kelly, to Senator Santorum, which was edited, would have been, in 1945, American soldiers provided freedom as they marched into Nazi concentration camps, but quickly found that the German people were blind to the deaths of 17 million people in their very own backyard. Today, in America, we find a similar situation in our backyard. We go to work each day, church on Sunday, try to live life at its fullest, while secretly, in the dark, a genocide continues. In almost 40 years, abortion has taken from us more than 50 million unborn babies. You hear the voices of those not aborted, desiring jobs and a better economy. I hear the cries of unborn yet alive future Americans and will commit my life to the abolition of abortion. Your mind will question you as to whether you should continue in politics as usual or answer the call of God. But I humbly suggest that you can do both. As president, you will have the opportunity to speak for those who cannot speak for themselves, to force the blind to see, and to lead the movement that will change the world, the abolition of abortion. Now, I ask you, how is America's genocide of alive unborn babies in the name of convenience different than Hitler's Holocaust? And what is your plan of action to preserve innocent life?
Great question.
And as you and I have talked about in previous shows, there's no difference. The actual founding of Planned Parenthood was based on, or its whole basis was black genocide.
Right,
and Margaret Sanger.
And something you may not know, Daniel, but just this week, the discussion about abortion has moved from abortion in the womb to infanticide of babies that are already born within a year old. Our president and his administration, his HHS, are actually moving towards killing live babies for purposes of convenience.
Wow. Wow, that's scary.
It is.
And that takes it a whole new level.
It does.
And to think that we have a man that would even fathom killing innocent babies, it's breathtaking. And I think the question was good. The way they answered it was okay. But I just wanted our viewers to know, what the actual question was.
Great questions.
We got to take a break. We will be back, and I want you to see my question to Speaker Gingrich and his response. I'll be right back.
Do you need help promoting your business? Do you want to have that special day captured forever, or that first Christmas or first birthday never forgotten? Then contact Celebrity Productions. We offer wedding videos of photography, picture slideshows of music, video editing, television commercials, and much more. So if you are ready to do business, contact Mark Bosch with Celebrity Productions at 205-434-1773 or mark.celebrityproductions@gmail.com. Celebrity Productions, here for all your video capturing needs.
Got problems with these? Ants, bees, roaches, termites, ticks, spiders, or fleas? Call Safari Pest Solutions. They can tame your jungles. Their staff combines for over 50 years' experience in the pest control industry. Their services are thorough and their prices are honest, fair, and reasonable. Call Safari Pest Solutions now at 205-578-BUGS. That's 205-578-2847. Does your business need any type of office supplies or office furniture? If so, we recommend Business Products and Services of Alabama. Business Products and Services is locally owned and operated and offers competitive discount pricing that's guaranteed on every product selected from their vast online catalog. Orders can be placed by phone with Alabama-based customer service reps, or you can utilize their easy online ordering system. Either way, you'll receive free next-day delivery. So, if you're ready to do business with a just and honest Alabama company, contact Business Products and Services at 205-290-9303 or online at bpsorder.com.
Burton's Food Store on Highway 431 in Sardis, a convenient locally owned store offering groceries at affordable prices. Burton's provides fresh ground beef, fresh cut meats, fresh produce, and fresh dairy products every day and features weekly specials on brand name canned goods, drinks, and paper goods. Burton's Food Store, Highway 431 in Sardis, your local place to shop for fresh food at affordable prices.
And welcome back to the Freedom Report, powered by the Madison Institute. We've shown you Senator Santorum's response to my question, and now I want to let you check out Speaker Gingrich's response to the question. Check it out.
Mr. Speaker, I had to see if he was done. I couldn't tell. He kept getting so much applause, I couldn't tell if when the end was coming. But we're going into another part of our program, Mr. Speaker. We're going to have some questions from our panelists tonight. Right. We have 3 panelists. I don't think you've had a chance to meet them, so I'll introduce you to them. We've got Mr. Moss here, Daniel Moss, who is a 16-year-old 10th grader up in Coleman, Alabama. Rosemary Elabash is head of NFIB in Alabama. Michael Smith is a banking software analyst in Birmingham. So, with that being said, Daniel, you have the first question.
Mr. Speaker, it's an honor. President Lincoln's proclamation for a day of national humiliation, fasting, and prayer in 1863 echoes much of what our country is going through today. And I agree with him in his words. We have grown in numbers, wealth, and power as no other nation has ever grown before, but we have forgotten God. Blessed are the nations whose God is the Lord. Most Americans believe in the rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, and that they are given only by God. Yet we live in a country that has seen more than 50 million abortions since Roe v. Wade became law. How will you, like Lincoln, lead our nation back to God?
Well, it's a very powerful and very important question. First of all, you have to have a president who, in fact, believes that that is part of their responsibility, something which Obama clearly doesn't. You also have to have a president who, like Lincoln, is prepared to pray. I've had a project at one point to have Franklin Delano Roosevelt's D-Day prayer, because when we landed in Normandy, President Roosevelt went on national radio, and for 6.5 minutes, he prayed. He didn't just say, God bless America, he said, would you join me in prayer? And the country participated with the commander-in-chief praying. And it's a very powerful and very poignant prayer. So part of it, I think, is to recenter the country around this ceiling. Part of it, frankly, is to bring the federal judges back into enforcing the Constitution, not rewriting it. Part of what makes my campaign different is, if you go to newt.org, we have a 54-page document on the founding fathers and the judiciary that outlines step by step how to bring the judiciary back into line and eliminate this kind of, I think, lawless imposition of elite values by anti-religious bigots. Part of it is, frankly, to take on the elite media. There's a brand new show out that has the word Christian in its title and is deliberately, viciously anti-Christian. And I would simply suggest to all of you that if you imagine that exact same show with the title Muslim in the title, you would know it's impossible, that nobody in the elites would even think of it. And it just tells you how bad the anti-Christian bigotry has become among our elites. And we need a president who is a national leader is prepared to say head on, this kind of behavior is reprehensible, destructive, bigoted, and should not be tolerated in polite society.
Okay, Kelly, Speaker had a different approach to the answer to the question that I asked. He actually sort of had an outline of what he was going to do, and you mentioned 3 points that he mentioned in his answer.
Well, he seemed to talk about first of all, having a president that only believed in prayer but felt comfortable in leading prayer, which I think is very important. And I think that's where Santorum, I think, was actually talking about too. He was actually addressing that his belief and his personal feelings that prayer was essential.
Right.
The second thing the speaker talked about was reining in the judges, which is absolutely true too.
Right.
I have not read his 50-something page document yet, but anybody that's wanting, that has a plan to rein in these liberal rogue judges, you really got to sit down and think about it, look at it real hard. And then his third point was the media, and bring in the rogue media, as he called it. And I agree with that as well, because the media is shaping attitudes and opinions across this nation.
Right.
and there's no constraint or restraint on them right now.
And as we said earlier, I guess it's not so much that our media is being, or that our information is being taken away from us. It's just we're taking the easiest form of
Right.
information,
Right.
and that's the media.
Yep.
So really, they have a monopoly on what we are informed about.
Right. And it really brings the importance, the alternate media sources, the internet, et cetera.
Exactly.
Because that's where most of us get our news,
Right.
and where the true issues are really discussed.
Mm-hmm.
But there's some things he did not mention that I think are actually overshadow those 2 or 3 things he talked about, and that is getting the pastors back in the pulpits, and as de Tocqueville said, preaching the fire
Right.
from God.
Exactly. Because that's where our power lies. That's where America's power lies.
That's where our power is, and that's where our blessings come from.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the president actually has a big part to play in that as well, which is to empower them, to get the government off their back, to take away some of the fear that they have, right. and empower and encourage the pastors to retake their positions of leadership.
Because just as Santorum said, it's equally important what we do outside of our worship services.
Absolutely.
And to put it more in simpler terms, I guess the walls of the church are coming down,
right.
and the church is supposed to be the light.
Exactly.
In revealing and restoring truth.
I personally think, Daniel, it's more important what we do outside the church than what we do in.
Exactly. Well, I hope you enjoyed the opportunity to see the questions that I was able to and privileged to ask 2 candidates for President of the United States.
You did good.
Thank you.
You did good.
That's all the time we have for today. Thank you for joining us. We do appreciate you viewing each week. And
our sponsors.
And our sponsors, yes. It wouldn't be possible without you. Remember that the conservative voice stops right here because we are definitely looking out for you. Thank you very much.
You're the God of this city. You're the King of this people. You're the Lord of this nation. You are. You're the light in this darkness. You're the hope to the hopeless. You're the peace to the restless. You are.
Pay no attention to the people in the street, crying out for accountability. Make a joke of what we believe. Say we don't matter 'cause you disagree. Pretend you're kings, sit on your throne. Look down your nose at the peasants below. I've got some news, we're taking names. We're waiting out for the judgment day. I am America. One voice, united we stand. I am America. One hope to heal our land. There is still work that must be done. I will not.
Got problems with these? Ants, bees, roaches, termites, ticks, spiders, or fleas? Call Safari Pest Solutions. They can tame your jungles. Their staff combines for over 50 years' experience in the pest control industry. Their services are thorough and their prices are honest, fair, and reasonable. Call Safari Pest Solutions now at 205-578-BUGS. That's 205-578-2847.
Do you need help promoting your business? Do you want to have that special day captured forever, or that first Christmas or first birthday never forgotten? Then contact Celebrity Productions. We offer wedding videos of photography, picture slideshows of music, video editing, television commercials, and much more. So if you are ready to do business, contact Mark Bosch with Celebrity Productions at 205-434-1773 or mark.celebrityproductions@gmail.com. Celebrity Productions, here for all your video capturing needs.